He's never fought us. Not us united.
Die. Oh! I can so see that. That's it. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Comics League Indie Wednesday. I'm Gerard, and today I'm talking about Sheriff of Babylon by Tom King and Mitch Gerard. And this is an interesting book because this is not a superhero book. Arguably, it's a book about heroes, but it's a book that's that's loosely based on. All right, so here's the idea to describe it. So Tom King, for those of you that don't know, was actually a CIA officer. They're called officers, they're not called agents. And he was deployed to Iraq. And this is more or less based on like a lot of his experiences over there, which actually is pretty cool. I mean, that is actually really cool. So this is taking place during the second Gulf War, otherwise known as the post-2003 Iraq invasion. And it follows this cop that is basically there to like train a local police force, but he ends up having to solve a murder and like a big crime. It's super cool. I really love this. And one of the things I love about it is that, first off, and it's shown in the back of volume 1, Mr. Gerard did his like research on how like a gun works, how people hold firearms. So it looks like the dude, when he draws the actual cop, it looks like the dude knows what he's doing with a firearm. I mean, here's like all the like reference he did, and this book deals with like a lot of the internal conflict in Iraq, a lot of the like double dealing and backstabbing that happened. And I love that since this is a book owned, so this came out with Vertigo, and Vertigo was like the not superhero part of DC back in the day before like it was absorbed. But what's really funny about it, people, first off, because it's Vertigo, they can have like nudity and intense blood in it. But what's kind of funny is that they show like a scene of them in their like, I guess camper, I think so, little hooches, and this dude has like a really huge like Superman blanket covering his like room. So I'm like, obviously you can do that because you don't have to worry about copyright because you're owned by DC, which I think that's pretty cool. And obviously you can also have like all the curse words because this is Vertigo. But I mean, again, the art's pretty cool by Gerard. The Tom King writing, I've actually come into a little bit of a reevaluation of my opinion on Tom King's writing, because I think that I like a lot of what he does because he tries to do, again, new stuff with these characters. And that's one of the things I love. I wish more writers would try new things with with DC characters, because my problem is DC tends to do the same thing over and over and over again. And to a certain degree, familiarity is fine. And like, I get what they're going for. It's just when you do the same story and the same story beats over and over and over again, the same characterizations, it leads to the character getting stale, which is why I'm like, they shouldn't, which is why I was a little bit more in favor of James Gunn saying that his version of Superman is not going to be like Reeves or Cavill's or anything like that. He's going to do something new, which I'm like, okay, thank you. But again, I like when they do something new. That's why I did Heroes in Crisis, and I said it wasn't that bad, because it says, okay, yeah, if superheroes had PTSD, what would happen? And again, I still say that book would have been more popular if what happened to Wally West in like the New 52 and his erasure hadn't happened. But going back to this, with this book, again, Gerard's art is awesome. He's rapidly becoming one of my favorite DC artists, because I've seen his art on Batman, and he also did the One Bad Day story for the Edward Nygma, the Riddler, which was also really cool. And I like how this clearly communicates that Tom King knows what he's talking about when it comes to like war and stuff like that. So that was actually really cool. I enjoyed that. It also deals with a lot of the moral ambiguities of war and like the fog of war and stuff. So it's actually really dope. I love this book. So plus, as a fan of comics and a nerd of military history, this is a cool little tome for me to pick up. So that's volume 1. Let me know if you guys want me to cover volume 2, because I will do it. And I give this book a solid 9 out of 10 because I enjoy it. I reserve the 10 out of 10s for one that's like really wows me, like All-Star Superman and any bit of Jeff Johns' Justice League run. That's it. But on that note, everyone, I'm going to call this review to an end. As far as what we got coming out tomorrow, we're doing tomorrow the Mandalorian review of episode 7 should be coming out. It's gonna be really fun. Let's see if they stick to landing in this really weird season. And then on Friday we have Comics League Indie Wednesday, not Indie Wednesday, Comics League Dark. Except this one's going to be more of a 500 subscriber celebration where the guys and I will talk about our favorite Comics League moments and such. And Saturday, we're talking about, for movie night, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, which is the introduction of Supergirl. It's the adaptation of the Superman Batman book, Supergirl, which is her reintroduction after Crisis. So it's really fun. It's one of my favorite animated DC movies of all time. So you got a lot of great content for you. And be sure to check out my friend Nick, because next week he's doing a review of the Power Rangers special. It's going to be super fun. I can't be there because I have work, but watch his, but definitely go check out Nick's stream. I'll do a community post of it as soon as I know more details about it, or I'll do a community post the day of so you guys know when and where it is. And yeah, sub to Comics League and its affiliates of Taladia Plays, J Heap Plays, and the Phoenix Press. And stay work, everyone. Bye-bye.